Hey guys, what's up, what it do? Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. My name is Kaice, and if you are new, please take a second, go down below, hit that subscribe button and click that little bell button so you don't miss when I post a new video. So if you've been following me for a little while, I mean just like the past few months, you know that I've been going through some things with my skin. I was literally like trying to figure out what was going on. I was trying to figure out what was causing it. I ended up coming to the conclusion that it was a combination of hormonal acne and my diet. Needless to say, my acne pretty much cleared up, but then I was left with the hyperpigmentation, right? And so I'm thinking, okay, I have hyperpigmentation, that means I need to exfoliate to get rid of it. Well, if you don't know, exfoliating is a really good thing for the skin. It helps to remove dead skin cells. It helps to just take away that top layer of skin and reveal nice, smooth, and healthy skin. Exfoliating is arguably one of my favorite parts of a skin routine. But with that being said, unfortunately, I went ham with exfoliating, y'all. Like, I was doing the most. I have a lot of favorite exfoliating products that I like, that when used properly, they work very well. But like I said, I was going haywire. I was using way too many products with the same active ingredients, way too many products with just lots of chemical exfoliants, layering them, using them too often, and so I ended up really messing up my skin. And because I never experienced it before, I didn't really know what it was, but after doing some research and listening to some other people, I figured out that I pretty much destroyed my moisture barrier. So there were a lot of things that I had to learn because I, like I said, was experiencing this for the first time ever. I pretty much first started introducing a lot of exfoliating or like newer exfoliating products into my skin routine like last year in October. So I was pretty new to learning about chemical exfoliants and stuff like that. It is so easy to read product labels and just get excited about what the claims are, get excited about what the ingredients say they do. But that's why it's really important to educate yourself and understand what ingredients can do, how to layer them, and the proper way to incorporate them into your skincare routine. So I noticed a big flaw in my previous skincare routine because I've always had very oily skin. So I've always reached for products that were for oily skin or for pore refining or for acne prone skin. Like, literally my entire skin routine, from face wash to toner to serum to moisturizer, were all like exfoliating products or products made for oily skin. And you just cannot overload on products like that. Even if you do have oily skin, you have to incorporate hydrating ingredients into your skincare routine. And when I looked at my skincare fridge and when I looked at my skincare collection, I'm like, yo, I literally do not own any hydrating toners. I don't own any hydrating serums. All of them were made for oily skin. So on top of me exfoliating my skin, I was also over drying my skin by using products that were made for oily skin and not replenishing that hydration into my skin. That's what ultimately caused my moisture damage to mess up, because from over exfoliating and then not hydrating, the moisture barrier gets out of whack and it just causes so many problems. So let's talk a little bit about the moisture barrier, what it does, and how to tell when it's damaged. Because a lot of people don't talk about this, and I feel like a lot of the times, a lot of people's skincare problems come from a damaged moisture barrier, and you think it's something completely different and you're using all the wrong products. So your skin barrier or your moisture barrier is the outermost layer of your skin. It helps to provide protection from environmental factors. It helps to retain moisture into your skin, and it helps to protect against like external factors like bacteria or irritants. And when it works properly, it helps to prevent those things from the air or just in general from getting deep into your skin and causing sensitive irritant reactions. You could think of it like your skin's bodyguard, from keeping good things in and keeping the bad things out. The barrier is made out of lipids or oils that help to keep your cells like squeezed together very tight. When it's intact, it does its job. It helps to keep bad things out and good things in. It's also when your skin will look its most healthy. It looks very glowy, very plump, because that barrier is strong and it's intact. Now, when the skin's moisture barrier gets damaged, it causes these little tiny holes to form in the skin. So as you can see, as I pull my fingers apart, there's all these holes and openings that represent holes and cracks in the skin. Now, through these holes, moisture can easily escape, and irritants from the air and from the environment can easily get in. Essentially, your skin has lost its bodyguard, and just things are going in and out, in and out, in and out, and there's no structure. It can cause your skin to feel tight, dry, and sensitive. It'll completely change your skin to the point where it feels completely different from your normal healthy skin. It'll even make products that you usually use irritate your skin or make it worse. Now, the number one cause of a damaged moisture barrier is over-exfoliating, like I mentioned, which is the reason why my moisture barrier was so out of tact. But it can also be caused by using products that are over-drying, products that have harsh ingredients. It can also be caused by not having protection from the sun or not wearing sunscreen. It can also be caused by skipping your hydration or moisturizer step, even if you have oily skin. It can even be caused by like at-home devices like Clarisonics or Phoreos or any type of exfoliating brush, using it too often or using it too harshly. And sometimes it's even genetic. Like some people just have a weaker moisture barrier because of hereditary things. Now, me personally, when my skin is healthy, I know that my moisture barrier is on 10. Like I have a very good moisture barrier at its best, and I have pictures of my skin like back in October when I was properly exfoliating my skin. Still not using enough hydration products back then, but I was doing it the right way and my skin was flawless. But like I said, this year my skin broke out. I started doing the most with exfoliating, and this is where I am. You can assess the state of your moisture barrier or the strength of your moisture barrier just by paying attention to your skin. Your skin might feel rough, dry, flaky, sensitive. It might have some redness. For me, my skin just looked so dull, like I looked hollow. Like I said, I had some irritation. Products that I used before was starting to break me out more. So in this video, I'm going to show you guys all the products and the routine that I use to help strengthen and repair my moisture barrier. Now, the key is patience, because this process takes time. The good thing about my situation is that I noticed it pretty early, so I don't think I caused any permanent damage to my skin. My skin actually looks a lot better than it did a few weeks ago before I started doing this routine. The main thing really is to eliminate all exfoliants out of your routine. Any products from face cleansers, serums, moisturizers, anything that has exfoliating products or exfoliating ingredients like chemical exfoliants, AHAs, BHAs, PHAs, anything that has harsh fragrance or perfume, get it out. You want to pretty much create a very gentle and simple skincare routine with some key ingredients that are really important for repairing your moisture barrier. You even want to try to avoid products that have essential oils, so tea tree oil, eucalyptus oil, lavender oil, essential oils that are in a lot of mainstream skincare products. You want to stop using because those can cause more irritation to the skin. So I'm done talking. I hope that was really helpful and informative. We're going to go ahead and get into my moisture barrier repair routine. Okay guys, welcome to my bathroom. I'm going to show you the products I've been using and why I love them so much and why they work so well to help repair my moisture barrier. So I started this routine on June 15th and today is now July 18th. So it's been about 4 weeks since I started doing this and my skin has improved so much. I'm actually getting ready to transition into some other products, but I wanted to show you guys what I use to repair my moisture barrier before I show you guys what I use now. This is a routine that I will always go back to if my skin does start to act crazy again and my moisture barrier gets out of whack. These are my like staple products and I've been using them for the past month, so y'all know like this is for real. So when it comes to cleansers, when you're fixing your moisture barrier, you definitely want to stay away from heavy cleansers, foaming cleansers, cleansers with a lot of perfume or fragrance. Even if it says gentle or sulfate free, your cleanser should not have any fragrance and it definitely shouldn't have any chemical exfoliants like AHAs, BHAs, and all that stuff. You want it to be purely just a cleanser, super mild, super hydrating. So I originally started using the CeraVe foaming facial cleanser. A lot of people were recommending this to me when I first talked about my moisture barrier being out of whack, but I don't really like it that much. I feel like it's still a little bit too stripping, plus it is a foaming facial cleanser, which you really shouldn't be using when your moisture barrier is out of whack. So I just recently transitioned to using the La Roche-Posay gentle hydrating cleanser. This is a very like soothing cleanser, and as you guys can see, I'm going to show you the cleanser up close. It really doesn't foam up at all. It has a slight lather, but for the most part the foaming is very mild and it feels very soothing. I actually keep it in my skincare fridge because it just feels so good on the skin when you use it while it's cool. It's soap free, sulfate free, fragrance free. It's completely gentle. Plus it does have ceramide and niacinamide, which are great for helping to repair and replenish your moisture barrier. You also don't want to wash your face with hot water. You want to wash it with cool or like room temperature water. So that's the kind of cleanser that you want to use for this. So next, right after cleansing, like immediately after cleansing, you have to replenish the hydration into your skin. If you let your skin dry for like up to 60 seconds after cleansing, your skin will dry out, especially if your moisture barrier is out of whack. So the toner that I have been using is the Jing Jung Sung toner. This toner is so freaking hydrating. I also keep it in my skincare fridge because when you apply it to skin while it's cool, it just has this really soothing effect, which is really good if your skin is sensitive or irritated. Like I said, you want to apply your toner immediately after cleansing because the air from the environment will dehydrate your skin so quick, especially if your moisture barrier is out of whack. So this toner has kind of like a thicker jelly consistency, even though it is pretty much water-based. I like to take a good amount of it out. Then I just massage it in my palms and then press it into my skin, and it just, it feels so good on the skin. A huge mistake that I was making previously too was that after cleansing my skin, I used to always use a exfoliating toner, which you do not want to use an exfoliating toner immediately after cleansing. No matter what skin type you have, you always want to go in with a hydrating toner right after cleansing because you have to replenish the moisture that you just took out of your skin. This one is literally my go-to. I already bought another one. Let me show y'all. I have another one that I already have under my sink for when I run out of this one because it's just so good. Also, when it comes to your toners, you do not want to press it in completely so that it dries 100%. You want to leave it a little bit damp on your skin because this is going to help the next products to penetrate into the skin better. This toner essence also has niacinamide, it has ceramides, it also has hyaluronic acid, which is really good for hydrating the skin. It has peptides, it has glycerin. It's just amazing. It has everything you need in a toner to help hydrate your skin, especially if your moisture barrier is damaged. Now, I'm probably honestly going to keep using this even when my moisture barrier is completely repaired, just because I love it that much. And it's also fragrance free, of course. So next up are serums. Now, if your skin is extremely damaged, you can definitely skip the serum step. But because my skin has been so just dry, I have been going in with the Peter Thomas Roth Water Drench Hyaluronic Cloud Serum. Hydrating serums work very well when paired with hydrating toners, so I always use this right after using my toner. This is what it looks like. It has a very light consistency, so don't have to worry about it being heavy on your skin at all. I just take a couple pumps like this, and then I press that right on top of the toner. And hyaluronic acid is essential when it comes to your moisture barrier repair routine. You can incorporate it in any step. Obviously, the toner does have hyaluronic acid in it itself, so you can, like I said, completely skip this step if you want. But for me, it just adds an extra layer of moisture. It helps to make my skin feel a lot more plump. Hyaluronic acid absorbs like 1,000 times its water weight, so it really helps to keep moisture into your skin, which is what you want. And this specific one is 75% hyaluronic acid, so you're getting a good dose. So right after using your hydrating serum, you can go in with a serum that has active ingredients that are going to further help with repairing your moisture barrier. When it comes to serums, you can layer serums on serums on serums. Like, there's really no limit. It just depends on what your skin needs and what it's craving for and what it can take. There are two serums that I've been going back and forth with using to help repair my moisture barrier. They're both dedicated to helping repair moisture barriers. One is the Great Barrier Relief Serum by Krave Beauty, and the other one is Liquid Gold by Stradia. Now, they both have very similar ingredients. The Liquid Gold has a more lightweight consistency, so I tend to go for this one during the day. And then the Great Barrier Relief has a thicker consistency. It can actually double as a serum or moisturizer. So I typically use this one at night just because it's a little bit thicker, but they're both very good. For now, because it is a daytime, I'm just going to use the Stradia Liquid Gold. This one also can double as a serum or moisturizer. Because my skin is so dehydrated right now, I have been using it as a serum and layering a moisturizer on top of it. So this is the consistency of the Liquid Gold. Like I said, it's very lightweight. Depending on the state of your skin, you may want to use it alone or with other moisturizers like I like to do. And I'll just take this and also just press it into my skin. What makes this serum so good for repairing your moisture barrier is that it does have ceramides, it has niacinamide, it also has fatty acids, which are an essential ingredient in your skin, like it's naturally in your skin, so this helps reinforce that. It also has sea buckthorn oil, which helps to strengthen your skin, which is really important because that's what we're essentially trying to do when we are repairing our moisture barrier. We want to strengthen that top layer of the skin that is very severely damaged. And I'll probably incorporate this into my skin routine again, even when my moisture barrier is completely repaired, because it is something that can just help to reinforce that strength. It feels very good when you press it into your skin too. So next we need to put on our moisturizer to seal everything in. Again, like I said, this can be used as a moisturizer on its own, but I do like to layer a moisturizer on top to really seep into my skin and seal everything in. My skin has just been so dehydrated, it's like I have to layer products. The moisturizer that I have been swearing by for repairing my moisture barrier is this Lord Jones Whole Plant Formula Acid Mantle Repair CBD Moisturizer. Now let me tell you, she is not cheap. I actually got sent this from Sephora. They do sell this at Sephora, and it's crazy because I actually received it right around the time that I was looking for things to help with my moisture barrier, and this product is literally designed to help repair, strengthen, and protect your moisture barrier. It also comes with this cute little golden spoon that you use to take the product out. When you first look at it, it looks pretty thick, but it's actually not that thick once it comes in contact with your skin. This is another product that is high in ceramides, which really helps to strengthen your moisture barrier. As soon as I apply it to my skin, like any irritation that I might have, any dryness or dullness that I might have just dissolves. It literally feels so good and soothing on my skin. It does have CBD oil in it, of course, which is very, very soothing on the skin. It helps to get rid of inflammation, redness, dryness. This moisturizer also has hyaluronic acid in it, which, like I mentioned, is really good for holding the water, moisture, and hydration into your skin. It literally just, this is the best moisturizer I think I've ever used. I'm probably going to end up using this after my moisture barrier is completely repaired as well, just because it's so great also just for maintaining that moisture in your skin. Now if you don't want to spend the coins for this, there is another moisturizer that I discovered that's really good as well, and it's a little bit cheaper. This is the Paula's Choice Omega Plus Complex Moisturizer. This is another moisturizer that has been highly suggested for moisturizing and repairing your moisture barrier. I was actually using this in the beginning before I got the Lord Jones moisturizer, but once I tried this, I fell in love and I just didn't go back. But it's also very good, and I believe it's only around $35. So last but not least, if your skin is extremely dehydrated, you will notice that even though you've layered all these products on your skin, you might still feel dryness and tightness. As of right now, my skin is not at that point anymore. Like, it's absorbing moisture a lot better because I've been doing this consistently. But in the beginning, like, I would layer so many products on and my skin would just drink it up, and my skin would be dry right afterwards. So to prevent that moisture loss from your skin, you can follow up with a face balm or a healing ointment. Originally, I was using the CeraVe healing ointment. A lot of people recommended this to me when I first talked about how my moisture barrier was kind of getting out of whack on Instagram, and I was using it and I really liked it. The only thing is, it was a little too greasy for me, and I did end up finding a product that had a little bit better ingredients. But if you're on a budget, I would recommend this one. If you are willing to spend a little bit more money, I would highly recommend the Skinceuticals Hydra Balm. As you can see, it's a lot smaller and it's pretty much the same price as that big CeraVe one. They both are petroleum based, but this one does have a few more ingredients that I really enjoyed, like rose water, aloe vera. It's also not as greasy on the skin. I feel like this one, it didn't seep into my skin because that's not the purpose. It's not going to fully seep into your skin, but I just feel like the texture was a lot more lightweight on my skin than this one was. So the way I would use this is, after I finish my entire routine like I just did, I would apply it to my skin at night. You can apply it during the day as well, but just for me personally, I only like doing it at night so that it doesn't really bother me that my skin feels so like greasy, because it will leave somewhat of a film over your skin and it might not be comfortable during the day. But I really liked doing it at night. Sometimes I still will, like sometimes my skin feels a little bit drier than others, so I will follow up with this. But for the most part, like I said, my skin is repaired, so I don't have to use it as much. It's also the daytime, so I'm not going to put it on right now. But like I said, if your skin is extremely dehydrated, highly recommend following up with one of these after your moisturizer. I will use this on my lips though, because this works really well for dry or chapped lips. So I just take a little bit and put it on my lips, and it just leaves my lips feeling like so good. If you don't want to follow up with an ointment like this that's kind of heavy, you can definitely follow up with a facial oil. I preferred the ointment just because it felt a little bit more occlusive on my skin. It felt a little bit more protective. You can totally follow up with a facial oil, and that will also help to seal in all the moisture. But last but not least, since it is the daytime, I have to follow up with an SPF, which is so important always, but especially when you're repairing your moisture barrier, because the sun can just cause more damage than you already have, which you don't want. So these are two sunscreens that I have been enjoying. This one is the Black Girl sunscreen. It's for your face and your body, and it's SPF 30. I really like this one because it doesn't leave a white cast. It's super sheer. It does have kind of like a moisturizing effect to it as well, because it has jojoba and avocado. I've been using this a little bit more recently, but originally when my skin was like super sensitized, I was using this sunscreen, which it's so good. This is the Centella Green Level Safe Sun SPF 50. This is actually another K Beauty product which uses organic UV filters, and of course it has centella extract, which is really good for soothing the skin. So if you are in the beginning stages of fixing your moisture barrier, I highly recommend this sunscreen because it's gonna feel soothing on the skin. It's not gonna irritate your skin. It's fragrance free. This one, although it is fragrance free and it doesn't have many irritant ingredients in it, I just feel like this one works so much better on very sensitized skin, and it also doesn't leave a white cast. I'm gonna use it today because I just want to feel that soothing sensation. I also leave this sunscreen in my skincare fridge. It just feels so good when it's cool. So I'll just massage this on top. And as you can see, it has no white cast. It doesn't even smell like sunscreen. It just, oh my gosh. So that is pretty much it. I apply sunscreen to my skin even if I'm gonna be sitting in the house all day. It is so important. I will be sure to link all these products down below so you guys can find them. When I tell you doing this consistently for the past 4 weeks has completely helped my skin, it is ridiculous, but you have to be consistent. I'm actually going to be trying out some products from Bare Minerals, which is supposed to be directed towards strengthening the skin. So now that my skin moisture barrier is repaired, now it's time for me to focus on strengthening it so that it won't, you know, get the way that it was before. So I'll be doing a video on those products very soon, but these are the products that I use to help repair my moisture barrier, and A+. Give me a thumbs up if you guys enjoyed this video. Comment down below if you have tried any of these products or if you're going through something similar. Like I said earlier, it happens. Like sometimes you just get too excited about new skincare products or new skincare ingredients and you mess up. It's almost the same thing with my hair. Like, you know, you try, you fail, you fix, repeat. But hopefully I won't be repeating this process again now that I have educated myself so much on, you know, the importance of hydration and the different things that come into using chemical exfoliants on the skin. So yeah, I'm done talking. I hope that I will see you guys all in my next video. Bye.